Okay, welcome everybody. It is Monday, May 16th, 3 p.m. here in Chicago. So, welcome everybody, Zeus Monolith. Why don't I have MG soundtrack on the Steam intros? Because I don't have the soundtrack for Manifold Garden yet. Hi, Scientist. Praetorian 1978. Yes, I would want to do the Manifold Garden soundtrack, but I don't have that. There is no Manifold Garden soundtrack at the moment. How's everyone doing? How did everyone have a good weekend? Soon. Yeah, we'll see. So let me go ahead and post on Twitter, let everyone know that we are now live. So actually this morning I had to go see my accountant about a few things. Looking at them. Downstream non-foreign development. Anyway, looking at the business side of things, not all that great. Hello there, NCATM. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. What is this that Zeus Monolith worked on? Okay, we're just getting started here. Give me a minute. Right, so what is new here? What is new? I had the meeting with, so went to see my accountant this morning. Talking business stuff, not the most fun topic. Oh, it's this is soon. Should do something like that. Okay, what do I want to talk about? Right, so what else? Going to E3, so starting to plan for that. Looking at, reaching out to press and all that. Unfortunately, it's because it's cutting quite close to the deadline. You want to actually reach out to press about 2 months before. That's kind of when they start doing it. Hey, James Greer 122 Anti-Pixel Studios. Hello. Yeah, like you'll find if you start going to shows and they want you get the press list and you start emailing press to come by and check out the game. If you do that like 3 weeks before, which feels like a lot of time, you'll basically hear back from everyone saying, hey, they'll say, yeah, we're all booked. Sorry. Maybe we will stop by, and then they, of course, will never will. You want to set up at a specific time. Thunder's Echo. Yes, did you comment on YouTube? I am happy to hear it. Tell me what your theory for fixing the false negatives are. I'm excited to hear about it. So there's well, for me, when I go to E3, I basically won't get to play anything. Yes, I meant to respond. I don't. YouTube is like, I couldn't find your comment on YouTube. I don't know the way they filter stuff. It's not clear. But yes, you should tell me what your theory is. Hey, Ompuko, hello. You have a working shader. Do you have an image? Can you send it to me? And why do you have a shader that's how did you fix it? I'm curious to hear the general approach of your shader. Because that would be awesome. But also false positives. Or false negatives. Actually more false positives. Right, anyway, so it's cutting a little close to E3. It uses the entire RGB spectrum. Oh, interesting. Okay. That seems interesting. Yeah. Right, anyway, so it's cutting a little close to E3. It uses the entire RGB spectrum. Oh, interesting. Okay. That seems interesting. Yeah, I'll take a look. Entire RGB spectrum for depth info. How exactly does that work? Because doesn't Unity take in black and white? Man, okay, cool. I'd like to check it out. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Very interesting. Because I thought your depth was always... Like, how would RGB help? Because isn't depth just one value? Or I guess you can just have it be more accurate. That sounds awesome. Man, thank you, Thunderous Echo. I will have to check it out. Let's see. So E3, cutting a little close to the deadline, but we'll make it work. It's still just an opportunity to go to E3 and show the game with Sony is massive. Hello, Wyatt Sanders. Did anyone have issues with application.persistent data path on OS X? Unfortunately, I can't answer that because I only work on PC. That I'm guessing you are talking about with that's a Unity question, right? But that sounds cool. I think that maybe the depth is a lot more accurate in that one. What else is there to talk about? Okay, so the new programmer will be starting on Monday. Next Monday, not this Monday. And his name's Tom, and we'll have Tom give a little bit of a an introduction. Shifty Tom, Bob is shifting bits. That's awesome. Are you guys showing the game? I saw you guys. Is it the new name? Is Refactor and not Tetropolis, right? Maybe I don't. I'd have to see a bigger image, to be honest, because my shader can do this fine. Like, what? Why do you think I have the false negatives? Yeah, Refactor is the name. I say that because I have there's only very specific cases when the false negatives show up. And it doesn't have to do with accuracy of depth. It actually has to do with normals, I believe. On some of the stairs at the wrong angle. So yeah, oh, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about like with that, for example. Like you're talking about like here I lose this edge. It does have to do, are you, I mean, if these are the false positives you're thinking about, I have the other ones, which are due to the normal spectrum. So, this one is depth. There are, the one we solved on the stream last year, that was normal. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. You're talking about this, right? So I can see that how... Yeah, I think I can probably... That would probably be... I think the RGB value stuff would work. How is that working? That sounds cool. Because that is sort of the only problem with the shader. So it actually is not depth and normal, actually, because the tests that are done are two separate ones. There are the normal tests and there's the depth test. So the depth stuff, the normal false positive we solved, and what I have now is not so much, yeah, I guess it's not so much false, right, okay, it's not false positive, it's false negative. You know, I can have different bases like 8 or 6. Not quite. I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought Unity only allowed you to get one, but that sounds pretty cool. Hey, Hefyu, hello. Yes. Yeah, that's actually super cool. I think, yeah, this is definitely... So, if you're talking about this stuff, I do have a problem with it, and yeah, I guess these are technically false negatives since its lines not being drawn. And yes, I think the oh, it's not in shaders, but oh, interesting. It's so what it is you can see in this case it's doing a depth test. These two surfaces have the exact same normal, so it's comparing their depth values. But because it's just not our depth isn't accurate enough that it's causing. I don't know. It's like it's just not accurate enough, so it's like it's screwing it up a bit. Like over here, we're getting a very clear line because the difference in depth is enough, but. And I think what Thunderous Echo has done somehow is, in the gist of it, is he's gotten much more accurate depth values. And because of that, that's going to fix this issue. We think. Okay, let me keep up with the update. So Tom will be starting on Monday. Tom's going to do an introduction. We'll probably have him on the stream talk about himself. Also, we'll be setting up beta testing with itch.io. So we're going to do a very small group at first. And you probably don't want to be in that group if you actually want to play the game, because the game is going to get spoiled for you. We'll be setting up a Steam page soon, so you guys can add that to your wish list. Also, I set up a donation box on the Twitch page on the bottom. Totally not obligatory. I only set that up because a few people had asked about it, so I just thought I'd put it there. You know, if you want to support the. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, I mean, really, it looks good. Ultimately, I'd have to just test it out with my stuff, with the geometry to see if it works, because it's, we have a pretty big draw distance. But But yes, thank you. Do send it to me. That's we're using red of one's place. Oh, I live in a big city, so um, I mean it looks cool, and that's awesome. Would you just like? Are you working on an edge detection shader, or you're a fan of the game? Oh wow. Thank you. I'm just like, thank you for the follow. I guess the question is, who are you, kind stranger? And, why are you helping me? I live in a big city, so, I mean, it looks cool. And that's awesome. Would you just like, are you working on an edge detection shader, or you're a fan of the game? Oh wow. Thank you. I'm just like, I'm just really paranoid. I grew up in the city, so I don't. But that sounds freaking awesome. I think I understand what you're doing. You're basically like, instead of having one float handle all of it, you basically kind of broken it up into three. I'm wondering, how do I do it then with the it should be more precise near the camera. Yeah, but I think the way Thunderous Echo's got it is that it's even more precise. I think it's like, it's so... Yeah, I'd have to check it out. But it looks really cool. Yeah, it isn't linear, and I did do something to make it even more linear near the camera. Like, I think there's a kind of, I do, like, it's like a logarithmic thing. It's been a while since I've looked at it, but I think this could make it even more precise. And also Lexi had a solution for me that makes the performance even better. Actually, I think I have normals already. Can they normals be solved by the depth info? I'll have to take a look at it. So yes, do send me the package. So my email is yeah, you can get the contact information. So that's just my last name at williamcheer.com. If you want to send me that, I'll post it in the chat, the link. But yes, that's very interesting. I'll have to look at it closer to like fully understand what's happening. But I think the gist of it is you've got it where it's like 3 times more accurate than the normal one, which is pretty awesome. So that's cool. That's awesome. Thank you. So yeah, I will be at Indie PopCon, be at Indicate. No, I submitted the game to Indicate, so fingers crossed. Unfortunately, I did not get Twitch partnership. We'll try again. Here, it's actually, you get rejected on the first time often. So yeah, gonna keep streaming. Okay, yes, that, well, technically I was right because I said at least 3 times more accurate. So, but that sounds really freaking awesome. I will have to check it out. Hopefully it's not hopefully not a huge performance hit, but maybe with the performance saving that Lexi's method has added, maybe this just offsets it. So he shaved off like, so I think right now the edge detection shader is like 1.6 milliseconds, and Lexi shaved off half of that. I'll have to look into it. Yes, but thank you, Thunderous Echo. That's super awesome. I can't wait to check it out. I really appreciate it. too. I don't know if I will be at IndieCade in October. It depends on whether I get in or not. I probably wouldn't go if I don't get in. Mostly because that's pretty close to when I want to launch. But I will be at E3, so that's in LA in June. And then I'm also going to... oh man, I don't know. How do you even have support for multiple screens? Does Unity even allow for that? That seems like something Unity would have to have. That would be freaking awesome. You'd have to have like an intense GPU though. Unity has support? Okay, then we'll look into it. Yeah, I mean, it's not a priority. Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, we'll do it. I can tell you it's not going to be a major priority at the moment because that's a... well, yeah, it doesn't apply to PS4. Yeah, I know you can set the display, but that's actually pretty cool. And I know gamers that have, like, I have 3 monitors. I've never tried playing games across all 3, except Portal 2 co-op. But that was more so I can play with a friend and we can each have our own screen. So, submitted to IndieCade, did not get Twitch partnership, going to E3, going to Kill Screen Fest, going to Indie PopCon, going to Type A Game Developers Forum, new programmer, Thunderous Echoes, God. Potential for solving our edge detection shader, even improving it some more, which is awesome. I don't only care about the PS4, it's just that, like, I have to make sure I get the most bang for my buck with time I spend working on things. So check it out. You can see that we're having the lines disconnect, and this is very cool. So we've got this coming down from the other side. I always really like this because we got this working yesterday. You see this fall down, and it comes back down from above. It's the same block that's falling down and coming down from above, and this lights up. So it's not lighting up in the direction I want, like it's lighting up backwards, but that's not, that's okay, that's not a problem. And you'll see that, again, you'll see all of these lines disconnecting correctly. So we finally got it working, which I'm super excited about. Let me just try this multiple times. So, and what's really cool is that the green and yellow piece is working, you know, in 2 different. The line is getting, it's dynamically arranging where it's getting the provider and where the receiver is from. And this is cool because actually the first time I set this up, so this time we actually set it up so that it's like a system and I can design all sorts of stuff to go in. The first time I did it, I had to actually like place specific triggers for the specific pieces because I wasn't that good of a programmer. So I ended up just yeah, anyway, but that gave me, so it's like when you're prototyping, you don't even have to have this wire system. I just like faked it so that it worked well, but you can see that that's, oh right, that's not so anyway, that's worked out well. But that is to say, I know I needed it this time because I would be iterating a lot on this puzzle. So anyway, very exciting new development. So let's go back. What is this? Simultaneous multi-projection.
The invention of the GPU. Notice now the displays are now increasing.
Oh shit.
You project it into the beginning, the front of the lens. And when it comes out the back of the lens, it's now distorted. And the way that we solve that problem is we pre-distort. We get multi-projection.
That's very cool. Way over my head right now. So I haven't had my coffee. I only had my first cup of tea for the day, which technically only counts as like half a cup of coffee. But anyway, that's really cool. Let me talk a bit now about oh right, so the other news is I did the world the design club. Hey Lidzel, hello. Thordura, welcome, by the way. Tea is better than coffee. No tea is better. Are you saying no, comma, tea is better than coffee? Okay, well, Thunderous Echo, huge thanks, man. I really appreciate this. I'm gonna, it's going to be a while before I take a look at it because, what was I talking about? By the way, Thunderous Echo, thank you for that. Yes. Tea is better than coffee, okay. There was simultaneous multi-projection, that's really cool. I had the design club meeting this weekend, and we talked about some of the problems that I was facing. And that, no, this is the wrong level. Okay, let me talk about this. You dislike coffee, oh. Hi. Okay, Thunderous Echo, thank you, and really appreciate it. I'll see you around. Okay, yeah, we still have these, which are kind of different. But, anyway, so one of the... How is the standing desk working out for me? That reminds me, I will stand now.